In the NBA, greatness doesn't always end with a trophy. Some of the most dominant teams we've ever seen, teams with MVPs, All-Stars, historic seasons, never won it all. Today, we're diving into the greatest NBA teams that never won a championship, and the heartbreaking reasons why. Let's start with the 2002 Sacramento Kings. Arguably the most fun team to watch that season. Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac. This team had elite passing, great spacing, and killer chemistry. They went 61-21, finishing as the #1 seed in the West. And in the Western Conference Finals, they met their biggest challenge, the three-peat Lakers. Game 6. A game still talked about today. Questionable calls, missed free throws, and the Robert Horry buzzer beater. The Kings were one shot away from an NBA Finals berth. Instead, they became a symbol of NBA heartbreak.
Great group of guys, and we love each other on and off the court, and I think that carries on onto the court and allows us to play great basketball.
We don't win a championship, we'll feel like we came up short. So it's all about trying to improve so that when the playoffs come around, we're in the best position we can to be the best team we can be in, and hopefully beat the teams that have beaten us the last 2 years.
Next up, the 2007 Phoenix Suns, coached by Mike D'Antoni, led by two-time MVP Steve Nash, with Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, and one of the fastest offenses we've ever seen. They were ahead of their time, spacing the floor, pushing the tempo, and raining threes before it was trendy. They won 61 games, dominated the regular season, but ran into Tim Duncan's Spurs in the second round. Then came the infamous moment. Robert Horry shoves Steve Nash into the scorer's table. Amari and Diaw step off the bench, and they get suspended. That suspension cost them the series, and possibly the title.
While Jordan has made all the big plays in these finals, Karl Malone has struggled, scoring 7 points below his average with 17 turnovers in 4 games. Yesterday, I spoke with Malone.
The harsh verdict of history is closing in on Karl Malone.
I think my concern is people don't start making plans for summer already. Every guy have to look at himself. Not a pep talk from coach or myself or John or anybody else. Yourself. If nothing else, how are you going to be remembered by the other teams in the league?
The Utah Jazz of the late 90s were consistent, tough, and led by legends. Karl Malone and John Stockton, both top-tier all-time players. And in 1998, they won 62 games. Malone won MVP. Everything lined up. Except, Michael Jordan was still around. In the finals, the Jazz went toe-to-toe with the Bulls. And then came Game 6. Jordan strips Malone, crosses over Brian Russell. You already know the shot. A heartbreaking end. No ring for the Jazz. But their legacy? Undeniable. The 2018 Rockets were built for one mission: beat the Warriors. And they almost did. Led by MVP James Harden, with Chris Paul and Clint Capella, this team was elite on both ends. They won 65 games, the best record in the NBA that year. In the Western Conference Finals, they went up 3-2 on Golden State. Then, Chris Paul's hamstring snapped. And in Game 7, Houston missed 27 straight three-pointers. The dream was over. They had the game plan. They just didn't have the health or the luck. Back in 1993, Charles Barkley finally had his moment. He won MVP, led the Suns to 62 wins, and carried them to the NBA Finals. But once again, Jordan stood in the way. The Suns battled hard, took the Bulls to 6 games. But MJ averaged over 41 points per game in the series. Barkley played like a champion. He just never got the hardware to prove it. These teams weren't just good, they were great. And in a different universe, any one of them might have been champions. But the NBA doesn't always crown the best story. Sometimes it crowns the survivor. So now we ask you, which team do you think was the greatest to never win a ring? Drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this look back at NBA history, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a deep dive. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.